Ooh, I'm Munchie Mom, and today I'm going to be talking about conspiracy theories on HaHA vending machines. Ooh, are they an MLM? Are they owned by, I don't know, Illuminati? We'll go over that today. So HaHa's a Chinese company. I genuinely like them. And today I saw a post. When I first read it, I was a little bit upset reading it because especially now that I'm a distributor, I was like, wow, that's kind of mean. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, he is clearly concerned about this. He clearly doesn't, he has these opinions about this. And I went in wanting to debunk, I kind of felt like it was BS. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you know what? He has the right to his opinion. He has the right to say what he wants to say. That's the beauty of this. It's a free country, unlike China. So where these machines come from. So at least we got that going. But yeah, I kind of wanted to go over what my thoughts on this was and why I don't agree with him. I hope that after seeing this video, he might change his mind. He wrote, HaHA is promoted heavily because it's like an MLM almost. If you buy one, they would push you heavily onto you that you can get a percentage of sales if you referred someone sold one. So his gripe seems to be about this referral program that he says exists that I'm unaware of. I don't see on HaHa's website. I'd like to be a part of. I'd like to get money just for saying, hey, come sign up for HaHa. But unfortunately, I'm not cool enough. I have to distribute them and help people move them and go into the warehouse. And kind of sucks, but it's not the same. I don't know. It isn't like, for instance, this program that I'm using to make this video. It's called The Script. And they have this thing that pops up that says, refer, earn up to $20. Love The Script? Invite and gift your friends 50% off 2 months of The Script Creator. You can earn up to $20 per referral. And so basically, if you love this product and you refer us, you can get some money back. And I see that in a lot of different companies. Is that unethical? He seems, and I saw his later comments, he says that nobody else does that. Maybe they don't. Maybe they should. I don't know. I love to promote things that I love. And is it so wrong to get a kickback from that? I don't know. What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, because to me, that's not unethical. It's like, if you love it, if you've bought it and you love it and you're letting people know how much you love us, we can get you $20. Like, kind of like what he's implying happens with HaHa. I don't know if it's happening. I don't know what other distributors do. I know we don't do that, but I wouldn't find it wrong if we did. Like, maybe we're playing this the wrong game. Maybe that's what Sean and I should be doing. I don't know. But instead, we just help people out and tell people like the pros and cons of these machines ourselves. Maybe we should have all the people that we've sold to be the sellers for us, and we just give them a cutback of it. Maybe that's a good idea. But I don't know. Like, I don't see that as wrong. What do you like? Okay. Anyway, that was the first thing he mentioned. They accept essentially anyone for their affiliate program, and their main form of advertising is heavily through this method. They're not the future. We are not an industry that can be revolutionized by removing cash and coin payments for a cooler. No, so people are just super aggressive in their marketing of them, and you will see some craziness. Craziness meaning me. But I found it funny that he said that, because he wants to say that this industry can't be revolutionized. It can't be made better. So funny thing about that, the reason why I was able to more than double in size in a year, to go from less than 200K to almost $500,000 right now, is because of these HaHas. In fact, I had to sell part of my route because it got too much for me. So people see my ads and they were like, oh my God, I want this on my location. Like, I'm tired of this clunky machine that keeps stealing my money, and they have shitty choices, and we don't care about cash payments. I even tell everybody we can't do cash, and they're like, no problemo, because we have everybody's got card. And if they don't have card, they have mobile pay. I've seen in middle schools mobile pay. Yeah. Like all these, you can ask Sean, you can ask Manny. They have a bunch of school districts and they see tons of kids using their phone, and they use their mommy's money through their apps. I mean, I see it in my hockey centers. There's a bunch of kids buying, and they don't even use a card. I'm apparently old fashioned according to my Gen Z friends for still having a card. Like, my Gen Z friends, Mary and Jack, they were making fun of me because I still don't have mobile pay. They were like, everybody has mobile pay. Why don't you just tap to pay for everything? You can do that in any store. And I was saying, well, what happens if, I don't know, if my internet is out and then I wouldn't be able to buy anything? So I always have my card. And they're like, and I realized that reminded me of, my mom and my dad hated this. They hated that I just carry cards in my phone because they used to tell me, what happens if their card reader was down? You need to have cash in case the electricity goes out. And that is just so old fashioned. That's not the reality that we're facing. Like, less than 10% of my sales are cash. And you might say, well, I make a lot of money in cash. All right. And I got a great story about that, because the next thing he says is they don't integrate well with large operations. They don't accept cash or coins. So those potential sales are always lost. Most bigger operators will put them next to vending machines in areas like colleges, airports, hospitals, but they're not a replacement. Guess what? Sean's got a university. Guess what? Your hospital has micro markets that don't accept cash. Guess what? My friend Jerome, he's got a hospital, and let me tell you, I sent him a text because I was like, all right, no cap. I want to be able to like tell people what happened, right? I want to be completely honest. Tell me your experience. So I wrote to him, homie, and he goes, yo, you know that Wittern you replaced at a hospital with a HaHA? Is it making less than what you did with the Wittern? Like, did you lose out on cash sales? Because he had a Wittern that was really doing well with cash. But he needed more, he needed a bigger machine. Like, because he was stocking like every single day, and that still wasn't enough. Well, this was his response. Heavens no. Made about $1,500 a month with a traditional, and about $3,000 a month now with the double. You can definitely use this as a testimonial, LOL. The day we moved it, a PT saw the new machine and was pissed there was no cash option. But immediately took out a card, bought, and commented how better the transaction and selection was. There you go. He has a hospital and they're switching to cashless. I mean, I know it's scary, but this is the reality that we're facing. And I think what's really pissing people off is I see on Facebook Marketplace tons of traditional vending machines that are trying to be sold, and they're not going to get anywhere near what they had bought it for. They spent 12 to 13K on these machines just a few years ago, and now people with 4K machines are coming into their locations and they're winning. And that's frustrating. And I know, and I get it, and I'm mad about it too, because I have a low performing machine that I eventually want to sell, and I paid 12K for it, and I know I'm not getting 12K for it. I'm lucky if I get 2 to 3K for it. But that's the reality that we're facing with new tech. I'll give you an example. 4 years ago, I bought a computer that had a 3070s graphic card, which is top of the line, great for mining Bitcoin, and great for playing video games. $4,000 on it. And eventually this year I gave it to my husband. I was like, baby, go play your video game. I'm going to go treat myself, get something bigger and better, and so I can make YouTube videos because that's what I'm going to do right now, right? And plus, we play video games right next to each other, and I wanted him to have a nice PC. Well, guess what happened? I went to go buy an upgraded machine on Sam's Club with all the bells and whistles, much better in every way, and it was only $1,200. Yeah. $1,200. 4 years later, I get an upgraded graphics card, an upgraded computer for 25% of what I spent 4 years ago. So imagine if I ever wanted to sell my 3070. How do you think I'm going to get 4K for it? Do you think I'm going to get 2K for it? Maybe 1K. I don't know. And that's frustrating. I get it. The same thing happened with TVs. The same thing happens with computers. The same thing happens with all technology. There's something that's going to be newer and it's going to be cheaper and it's going to kick the shit out of the old stuff. And I know that's frustrating. I get it. But that's the reality. And, I mean, you can either be grumpy and try to fight it and be like, I'm not going to change, rada, this is dumb, blah, blah, blah. You can be angry, or you can be a forward thinker. You can be open-minded. You can say, you know what? I need to get rid of my old equipment as quickly as possible while it's still got some value left before it's completely archaic. And I'm going to now buy the new thing. And let me tell you about this new thing. I'm not saying it's perfect. There's things that I don't like about the HaHA. And there's things I absolutely love about the HaHA. And something that I wanted to bring up was he brought up Reddit, that everybody keeps promoting this on Reddit. And why would they promote it for Reddit other than they must be making money, right? It must be this evil communist conspiracy, right? And here's the thing. I'm on Reddit too, but I frequent coffee subreddits because I'm a coffee snob. Now, when I started, I bought the DeLonghi Stelosa. And the reason why is because a bunch of YouTubers and people on Reddit kept promoting it. They kept saying, this is what you should buy if you're starting out. And the reason why is not because this $100 machine was the best machine ever. There's equipment that's thousands of dollars, right? There's equipment that is, oh my God, I can't believe people spend this kind of money for coffee, right? I also got the King Grinder K6, which is also $100, which, again, there's way more expensive grinders out there. Way more. There's stuff that's electrical. I'm using a manual grinder, okay? And why do people promote those two things so much in the coffee community? Because they punch above their weight class. Because even though they are dirt cheap and they're so accessible to so many people, and they are just as good as $400 equipment. So, and these are like from James Hoffman, who is a famous coffee guru who won coffee championships. He still recommends these kinds of things. These are like famous baristas. So that's why I think people have such a strong, passionate love for the HaHA fan base. And I'll tell you, there's still things that are probably better. Like, there's definitely a case for these more expensive models. I'm not saying that HaHA's the best, fuck everybody else. But for its price point, being 1/3 to 1/4 to 2/3, just a lot cheaper than other options, it is amazing. All right. And I think that's why people are promoting it so much, because that's why I promoted it. I didn't make a single penny for like the first 10, 20 people that I told people about HaHa's, and Sean ended up getting those sales. I got nothing for them, and I didn't want nothing for them. I wanted to tell everybody how awesome these machines were because I was making a killing, and we were using equipment that we all had the same equipment that had similar issues, that really the price point, we didn't want to spend that kind of money on machines especially because in a lot of places, $500 a month is average, in revenue. So having a $12,000 machine, making 500 in revenue, getting like $150 in profit, you're never paying that thing off. But these $4,000 machines, yeah, you fucking could. So, I mean, and some people even buy the $3,000 with the mini. And I was originally like poo-pooing the mini because I was like, oh, what are you going to do with that tiny thing? You know what you're going to do with that tiny thing? Make lots of money. All right. In the right location, being able to grab multiple things at once, it works out. So, yeah. I know the old guard. A year ago, people didn't want this because it's Chinese. Now it's sounding too good to be true. And that's why people are mad. Well, it can't last long or whatever. Like, that's what people are assuming. And I think that I know why people are protective about their big, expensive investments. These $12,000, $13,000 machines. I get it. They want to be like, no, there's no way your tiny little 4,000 machine can be better than mine. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. I was mad about it too. But we have to face reality. We have to face reality. Because if you don't face reality, someone with a $4,000 machine is going to come and take your location. I promise you. They're going to advertise it as a smart market. They're going to get an Ultra. They're going to get a frozen machine. They're going to get an ambient machine, or they're going to turn off the Pro's cooler. They're going to do something that's going to make this, wow, this is way more secure than a micro market. Like, I got less than 1% theft. People who bought the HaHAs are going to be making more in sales, and they're going to be successful. And because they're successful and they're making lots of money, they're going to buy more machines. And if they buy more machines, they're going to keep knocking on your door. And if the way your customer wants something new, you better hope that they're going to come to you first. You better hope that they like you, that they're going to be like, hey, listen, we're interested in upgrading. Is there anything you can do for us? You better hope that. I think with a lot of you, maybe that will happen because you will have a good relationship with your locations. I told my locations, if somebody offers you something better, you tell me, and I will make it happen. All right. If you want a micro market, I'll make it happen. If you want a smart cooler, I'll make it happen. Whatever you want, because I want to make you happy. And that's why I always give nice little Christmas parties for my customers. That's why I bring presents. That's why I make friends, because I want to be in the know. I want our relationship to be so strong that when something cooler comes out on the market, they give me time to switch over. Okay? So hope this is advice. I mean, if you don't want to hear it, I get it. But hopefully the people who are open-minded, who just needed like a little nudge in the right direction, this could be really helpful for them. So this is Munchie Mom signing out. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.